Popcorn World. It's your girl C Wit, and I am making good on my promise. Mary is in Gary. We are here for the segment Women Who Pop in celebration of Women's History Month. And Mary, you are up. I invited you in early February because I was like, I know your schedule is tight, but I wanted to get you to my beautiful city.
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Yes, and so everybody knows you of Black Women's Expo fame, but I felt like it was time to pull back the layers of the onion, if you will, because you do so much more. And I have had the privilege of having a front seat to see the things that you do and the events that you and your team put together so effortlessly. And so before we jump into why you pop and the popcorn you're going to taste, I want to tell everybody who's only watched this segment for the first time how it works. Women Who Pop is broadcasted live here at Popcorn World, 2560 Garfield Street in Gary, Indiana. The proprietors, the owners, the founders are my friends LeBaron and Nina Burton, who are watching right now. Shout out to the two of them. Their mighty team behind us is preparing popcorn for customers, and customers will be coming in throughout this broadcast buying popcorn, and that's what we want you to do. For our friends who are watching from afar, hey, all our BWE followers, we want you to jump on the website, doingtheworldsofflavor.com. That's doingtheworldsofflavor.com. Mary, did you know they have more than 250 flavors?
I'm looking at them. Yes, I'm figuring that out.
Yes, and the way she's been figuring it out is we had to stop the broadcast because she kept eating her popcorn. So I said, let's hurry up and get on. I guess it's just that good.
It is good.
So now I've gotten all the niceties out of the way, ladies and gentlemen. It is my honor, pleasure, and privilege to introduce to you my friend, client, colleague, and mentor, Mary Green of MGPG Events. Hey, Mary Bear.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for that introduction.
You are welcome. And so I'm not going to say Black Women's Expo right now. I'm going to say MGPG Events.
Thank you.
What is it?
Wow. Well, it was how I started.
Okay.
Even though I left V103, the radio station, to produce the expo, I had to start a business, an event company, in order to be legitimate.
Yeah.
And the MG obviously is from my name, Mary Green. People
Mary
get
Green.
it so wrong. They're like MPGP, and I'm
No,
like, my
MG.
name, MG. PG, which was a production group from the beginning.
Okay.
And then we shortened it. But it's been a little over 30 years that we stepped out on our own. But we create and produce, curate, exciting events, mostly for African Americans, and I'll say mostly for African American women.
Yeah.
So, we are hired by a number of clients, not only here in Chicago or here in Gary where we are, but also across the country to produce their events. So we have some clients that we have been doing multiple events in multiple years.
Yes.
But that's one side, and then of course the expo takes on more time than we imagined as we started to crisscross across the country. But we are 28 years into that here in Chicago, so it's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a journey.
Yes, and it's been an amazing journey in that you have seen generations and generations of women, me included, come through the stages and the doors of the expo in the thousands. And I was just having lunch with my cousin yesterday.
Okay.
And she was or it still is, no, she isn't because I have to work the expo now, but she was my expo buddy.
Okay.
So if we didn't do anything else, we would
walk the show, right?
We would check that calendar to see when the expo was going to be and make our plans around making sure that we got there, and we visited the drink tent, and that was our first, second, and third stop, the little alcohol tent. But anyway, we shopped, we ate, we laughed, we cried, we watched all the different types of entertainment that you have. But I have to ask you, Mary, isn't being an event planner full of pressure? My stomach is in knots because it's always showtime, to execute.
Yeah, it's always showtime, but I'm so used to it that when these events are over, it's kind of down.
Oh.
I'm sad. So, I think, once you've been 25 years of always, up in terms of the energy, always producing, always, dealing with, situations that are not pleasant.
Yeah.
Making things right, you get used to that kind of energy. And when it's not there, you're like, okay, you're twiddling your thumbs. What am I going to do?
What's next? What's next?
What's next?
So I know that people always ask you, Mayor, what are some of your favorites? You know, you've met all these superstars. Who are some of your favorite superstars that have come to the expo?
Well, I tell you, one of the most incredible experiences that I will never forget is when we had the ability, and it was a lot of work to bring Winnie Mandela.
Winnie Mandela
to the show. I mean, we've had some great people from Maya Angelou and Oprah Winfrey and Cicely Tyson and E.B. and C.C. Winans and Iyanla Vanzant and Cheryl Lee Ralph, who's getting all the awards and recognitions now. I mean, we've had them all. And so I've met them all. But I will tell you, getting Winnie, you know, getting the South African government to allow her to travel and going through all of that.
You just said Mary Green said, come to the expo. And they were like, oh, Mary Green, okay.
And we had to fly like 4 people over, her 2 bodyguards and her daughter.
Oh, wow.
And they were here for about 5 days. Oh. And so taking care of them and making sure everything was all right. But, you know, even though it was an event and she was our keynote speaker, you know, you still had to deal with the fact that she is a iconic,
indeed,
historic figure.
Yes, yes.
You know, and I had to make sure that everything was right.
Right, and then this is the cross of cultures too. You know what I mean?
Yes, that was a little hassle for us for a while there,
okay.
But you know, making sure that we met all of those, you know, requirements. But I am so glad that we were able to do that.
Wow, that just makes this all the more. We treasure this even more to be a part of this legacy. Okay, so we got to pause for some popcorn. I forgot to explain that also during Women Who Pop, Mary gets to taste popcorn, and so Amber is going to hand her her first flavor. Now, I know you, Mary. You are a picky eater. I know you.
I am very picky.
And so, what are you starting off with? What kind of popcorn do you like?
I like plain butter popcorn. I am.
Have you and Karen Freeman Wilson been talking? I just like
plain butter. I will mix a little cheese and caramel, but it's a little too sweet and a little too salty most of the time. But what I have now is Snickers.
Snickers. Okay. Well, who doesn't like chocolate? I feel sorry for anybody.
This is really good.
That's good, and they make it taste just like the Snickers, right? Shout out to LeBaron and Nina. And as I always say, when I ask LeBaron, how do you do that? He says, if I tell you, I have to kill you. So I'm like, never mind.
So we don't want to know. So we don't want to know.
Exactly. Hey, coach. I just love it. So this is how Gary works. That's the coach of our basketball team. They just walk in and everybody comes to our community businesses. And so this is 2560 Garfield Street. And I am here with Mary Green, the Mary Green. Mary is in Gary, everybody, the Black Women's Expo.
And I just ate my last piece of popcorn and Amber.
I know. Amber's probably, we're going to buy her some popcorn when this is all said and done. But I have to add that Popcorn World was a vendor at the Black Women's Expo in 2021, and they did a
sample.
Yes.
Yes, great.
Yes, they did amazing,
wow.
And they had an amazing opportunity to really showcase their brand as they've only been at this location a few years. Okay. And so I encourage them and Nina and this
we've got to figure out how they can get there to have their items purchased.
Okay.
That's a separate kind of conversation.
Yeah, they had the little.
But I want to do that.
Yeah, we want to in a bigger way. Yeah. Okay, well, we will talk about that and some other opportunities. Okay. And that's another thing about the business that you are in with event planning. You get the opportunity to meet all types of businesses, support all types of businesses, and quiet as kept. There have been millionaires made at the expo. I'm sorry. They started with you, and then the next thing
we don't name names.
Okay, but they're like all in Target and Walmart and worldwide.
Yes. And we never knew that would happen. I mean, we're just, I remember there's one gentleman who has about 4 restaurants right now. Mm-hmm. And I remember when he first started the expo, first spoke about him trying to start a food business, a restaurant business. Now he's so big, I don't even know if he comes to the expo anymore.
Like,
he can't still come.
I'll have my people to call your people.
But, if it's the expo has been a Kickstarter for a number of businesses.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy for that. I mean, we keep it affordable. Mm-hmm. There's a sale coming up, a half price sale as always, and everybody's always waiting for that. Mm-hmm. And my friends and colleagues and family members said, why do you
do that, Mary? Tell them.
Do that? Well, I think I do that because we have to, and because I want to, but also because it allows people to be at the show that may not necessarily have an opportunity to be there.
Yeah.
And our blessings are going to come from somewhere else.
Aren't they though?
You know, if I don't, I'm not going to, overcharge them. You know, we look for bigger sponsors or more sponsors, more big brands that can afford to pay us enough to do the show. It's still at McCormick Place.
Yeah, I get teary-eyed because every blue moon I'm in the office, I get caught in answering the phone, right?
Yeah.
I'll just answer your phone in the office, and there's this bright-eyed, excited, nervous voice on the other line, and they're like, hi,
Yeah.
is this the Black Women's Expo? I really, really, really want to be in it. What do I need to do? And how much is it going to cost? And, and as an entrepreneur, I get it. As a small business owner, I get it.
Yeah.
Everybody doesn't just have $1,500 or $1,000 just lying
Yeah.
around to take a chance on whether or not their product
Right.
will even do
Right.
well.
Exactly.
And so that half price sale.
And they have to pay for, having their product, getting enough product to sell. They have to do their travel, their hotel if they're staying in town. So we understand the expenses.
Yes. And so the half price sale is coming up. You need to just follow us on social media. Go to bwenext.com. That's bwenext.com. I think it's time for some more popcorn. You know you hungry, Mary.
I know. I should have got the steak one because that's what I'm craving right now. What is she sending?
So what's next, Amber?
Orange dreamsicle.
Oh, orange
Ooh,
dreamsicle.
now that takes me all the way back to my childhood.
God.
You hear the ice cream truck coming and you watch your dreams.
You can smell it. Oh yeah,
That's an orange dreamsicle.
that is definitely it.
All right, I think we have another thumbs up. What was the first one? Snickers.
Snickers.
And now an orange dreamsicle. If you're just tuning in, where have you been? We're at Popcorn World with Mary Green, 2560 Garfield Street in Gary, Indiana. It's the plaza with Gary, Indiana,
I like that
County
song.
Market, like the Music Man, Gary,
Right.
Indiana. And don't get me to telling trivia about Mary. You know Mary can sing.
Oh,
but
wow.
That's another show.
That's another show.
But we want you to get online. If you don't live here, go to doingtheworldofflavor.com and order. And they make great gifts.
Yes.
So at Christmas time, year round, they have the big tins. So if you want to send some love to your peeps in New York or Tennessee or where all your family, where they are, just let some Snicker popcorn pop up in the mail. You will be all the rage, Mary Green.
That is something to think of. Yes.
Yeah, so we've talked about Black Women's Expo. What are those dates? Aren't they on the calendar?
Ooh, they are. It is back in August, so we're August 4th through the 6th, Friday through Sunday.
Ooh, I can't wait.
At McCormick Place in our same Hall B, in our major space, where, we didn't think in 2021 that we would be able to fill it when they moved us up there. And we had 440 small business exhibitors there and about 20 corporate sponsors, and it was our biggest year yet. So
Biggest year
I am so
yet.
thankful, and we are starting off the same way again this year. And we start off with our sale.
Yes, we're going to kick it off. And let me just tell you how you and I connected. I thought I was really getting ready to do something, and then COVID hit. I was like, I'm working for the Black Women's Expo.
COVID.
But it was a chance for us to regroup and plan for
Yes.
whenever we thought it was going to be over and
Right.
when it was, and they moved you into the space where the auto show is. I was like, you
I was
better.
nervous. I don't get nervous a lot, but
Yeah.
that nerved me. I'm like, okay, we got to make this happen.
Well, you did in a mighty way. 400 something. That was a lot of shopping. My
Yeah.
little credit card was sleepy after all of that. So that's the other thing, Mary. Have you finally started to walk the floor? When do you actually get out there? You're always somewhere producing something. When do you enjoy the expo?
Well, I do. I
Okay.
do a little bit more than I normally have over the years, but people don't know who I am. So if I take the headsets
They do
off,
now.
if I take the headsets off,
Yeah.
and zip up that jacket, I can walk everywhere.
Okay.
Some people are like, that's Mary, but I get to. What I don't get to do is shop. I
Too
can't
bad
spend
for
too much
you.
time. I can't spend too much time at any particular booth, but
Mm-hmm.
I get to go up to the main stage. Sometimes we announce things from the stage, or get to see some of the artists or some of the fashion shows and hair shows that I really want to see.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I get to do that. They'll call me and say, "Mary, okay, that's on," and I'll run down there for 5 or 10 minutes and come back.
Yeah.
Because there's always something going on in the office.
Yes.
Always a fire to put out.
Yeah.
But it's still worth it.
Well, you live for that.
Yeah.
Where I would be freaking out. You're like, okay, talent's late. We're gonna move this to this, and we're gonna send a car, and blah blah blah.
Right.
I've seen it happen. And so, if you're a business owner who's watching and you're on the fence about participating in the Black Women's Expo, I hope that this is the video that will make them go ahead and take a leap.
Yeah.
Because I have talked to some businesses that are like, I don't know. But it's also about, Mary, if you would agree, about them promoting themselves. Now, there's some things they need to do once they get into the expo, right?
Oh yeah, we try to help. We have a meeting with our exhibitors a week before the show, and that was started years ago because there were too many questions coming to us about how to set up, how to really take advantage of this opportunity, and so we and I watched it sometimes, like on a Sunday, I'm walking around the show. Like you said, I don't get a chance to do it much, and I headsets on, and I'm looking at it, I'm stopping at booths and nobody's even talking to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if anybody's gonna buy something, it's gonna be me.
Yeah.
On this Sunday afternoon, you have supported this event, but people are engaged in other things. So we started to have that meeting to talk about, how you should exhibit.
Yes.
How you can save money.
Yes.
How you should not come in here with certain things that the union is now going to require you to use them.
Exactly.
So we go through all of that at that meeting, and also customer service, how you talk, how you engage people. They're looking, if they're standing there, they need you to talk to them, and I guarantee they'll walk away with something.
Exactly. And then there's the social media. So there's a lot of noise going on behind us, but it's because they're making the popcorn. So we'll make the amends. I hope everybody can hear us. If you can't hear us, please type in the comments that you can hear, but we got the trusty microphones there. But yeah, it is about self-promotion, and might I thank you for having C-Wit PR on the team with you.
You do a wonderful job. And everybody knows it.
Thank you. It's my honor. It's what it is. I'm like, I'm working with Carrie.
You're really involved in what you're just not out there doing some press releases.
Right.
You have taught us so much.
Well, it's really about meeting people where they are. So somebody will see you on Facebook. Right. Somebody else will see you on Instagram. Somebody else got your emails, your little sassy emails that we send out. Others may just know you from just over time, radio interviews, TV, and so we have to do everything to ensure that your brand gets out there. So you have an event coming up in less than a month that I am so excited about, and I think it has an amazing name.
I know.
Bagels and Bosses. So you're having a Bagels and Bosses brunch business panel discussion April 22nd. Now let's go all the way back. How did Bagels and Bosses jump off?
Well, we were looking for something unique to do when we were in Atlanta this past December. The show was in Atlanta. And just brainstorming with the staff and the team, and coming up with ideas. And we knew we wanted to do something that had bosses in it. And I think you came up with bagels.
I like bagels.
And bosses.
Yeah.
And we've had one criticism about it, and he's like, why he didn't call it biscuit at bosses? We said, no.
That doesn't even roll off the tongue.
Roll right.
Yeah, biscuits and
But
bosses.
more black women have stopped me in the last couple of weeks and said, that is such a unique thing. One person that I saw the other night who I respect highly, she said, it just rolls off your tongue.
Oh, praise God. I'm so glad. I'm excited too. So the one in Atlanta, we were there.
Yes.
And it was one of the panelists is one of my fave reality TV show stars, Yandy Smith.
Yes, I know.
Yandy came in there, my fellow Howard sister. Shout out to Yandy if you see this. She came on that panel along with, what's the young lady from Brownstone? Oh my goodness, I can see her face.
Yes.
But you can go back and watch it because it's on our pages.
Yes.
But they had such great advice for entrepreneurs.
Yes.
And so we're doing the same thing on April 22nd. But you have a specialized industry, although it's open to everybody.
It's open to everybody, but we wanted to do, and we will do this around the country and some of our other cities. We want to do this activation, but make it topical.
Yes.
So for now, this is for women who are in food and hospitality.
Food and hospitality. Can I tell you how many boss chicks I know, like Nina, right here for Popcorn World.
Yes.
I have friends who are chefs, restaurateurs. I mean, this is for you, my friends. And Nikki Gilbert was at the Atlanta Bagels and Bosses.
Yes.
And you know why I remember her, Mary? because she said that when you take the L's, the L is not for the loss, it's for learned lessons. Yeah,
wow.
And that really stuck with me. She was like, take that L because it's a lesson, not a loss. And I was like, okay, Nikki Gilbert. And I expect those same types of conversations on April 22nd.
Well, there are 6 panelists, and I think 4 of them are restaurant owners.
Mm-hmm.
And so to talk to them about, and they have franchised, some have franchised out.
Bosses.
I mean, they are real bosses. I was amazed when I started to look at some of the bios,
Mm-hmm.
but I know a couple of them very well. And then we have one with her own wine company.
Ooh, Love Corkscrew.
Love Corkscrew.
I'm here for the wine. Bring some samples.
We have a young lady who started Black Restaurant Week, but we have Surf's Up, Soleil, the woman who owns Kilwin's Chocolates. And she's got so many of them, you know. So I hate
Doesn't it make you proud?
it makes me very proud that they all accepted so quickly.
Yeah.
Wanted to be a part of it, and when and numbers are just rolling off, and people that are coming to the event.
And you made it affordable once again, Mary.
I know.
It's only $40
It's
to
only
attend.
$40, yes.
You can hop on the website right now. The tickets, but you got to cap it. So
Yes.
we're capping it at 200 people.
Yes.
And so we just launched it last weekend. We are getting real close to being there. So if you're watching this, it's a great outing for the girls too. Are you still eating popcorn?
I'm eating popcorn. It's Saturday. It's Saturday at the Hyatt. So
Yeah, Saturday,
In the
April
Crystal
22nd.
Ballroom. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a nice scenic. Let me set the stage. So there will be a pink carpet, not red, a pink carpet where we'll be broadcasting live, interviewing the guests as they come in. We'll have a few select vendors to be announced at a later date, but there'll be some people we know who have shown up at Expo, and again, another opportunity to showcase these Black women-owned businesses.
Exactly.
And giveaways, and then drum roll, Mary Green you're feeling kind of generous now.
I
here.
am. I'm not trying to do that.
You are doing a grant for a business owner. Is that Power Her?
No, I was thinking about the moderating.
Oh, no.
You and I are moderating together, but
Yes.
No, we have decided. We started a not-for-profit. Well, we filed for it during the pandemic. Didn't think we would get it, or didn't know when we would get it. Mm-hmm. And we did a little less than a year ago, and so this is the first opportunity to, and it's set up for entrepreneurial funding and to help to jumpstart some businesses. So our first grant, Sow a Seed, is through this event.
$2,500 and all the criteria.
And coaching.
That's right. And coaching.
So I don't say who the coach is yet.
Okay.
But
Well, knowing you, Mary, it could be something.
It's off the wall.
Anybody.
It's off the wall, and so you get to apply. So go on the website. We need a 90-second video
Okay.
of you speaking about your business. We need to know that you are certified in Illinois or Indiana.
Thank you, Mary. Indiana too.
Indiana. And then that person will be announced at the brunch.
So you have to be at the brunch. So if you apply for the grant, go ahead and get your $40 ticket. Bring your girls so they can all go ahead and cheer you on when you win.
When you
See
win.
how that works?
Yes.
That is so
But
amazing.
the networking is going to be
Crazy.
for women because I already know some bigger or longer in business restaurateurs are coming.
Yes.
So I bought
can't
my
wait.
ticket, Mary. So they want to see these newly,
Yeah, those jump starters and those bright-eyed, aspiring entrepreneurs. I'm like, do you really want to do this? No, but it has been worth every minute for me. We are getting ready to celebrate 4 whole years next Thursday, right? Yay! Full-time as a PR firm, and this ride has been amazing, and I wouldn't trade nothing for my journey, but I will say that it's real work. And so, Mary, what do you do when it comes to those times when you want to just say, this is it, I'm not doing this anymore? Or do you say that?
I've said it. And that's why I was sitting here saying, what do I say? I probably get some sleep because that's what I need.
Okay.
No, I just, I stop and really think about, how I'm going to go out the right way. Leave it the right way. But it's certainly not going to be some,
Okay.
spur of the moment, I'm
No.
tired kind of thing. I've been tired. You know,
Okay.
we all
'cause
are tired.
I will yank you right back in that game. I'm like, look.
It's not gonna be like that.
Okay.
No.
Good. Time for your last popcorn flavor. What do we have? Amber Alert.
Key lime pie.
Ooh, that sounds like dessert.
Key lime pie. I'm going. Oh my God.
Now,
Okay.
Mary, while she's trying this, another Mary a trivia tidbit. Mary bakes too. Oh my God, her
No.
cookies are so delicious.
You had some?
Oh, now Amber. Oh my God, we gonna have to address this. Off
No, she never
camera.
had any. She just heard some word. Heard words.
I have. Yeah, I haven't. Wink, wink.
Right.
I haven't tasted anything you bake. Oops. Yeah, we're
This
having
key
another
lime
show. How do
is
you?
Oh, I love that.
You love it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we are definitely going to have to leave out of here with some popcorn. If you're just tuning in, we're at Popcorn World talking to a woman who pops, Mary Green of MGPG Events and Black Women's Expo creator, the founder of so many. You're a dream maker. You know that, right? People who were just like, I wasn't sure until I went to the expo and I felt like I could really do this.
Yeah.
And one local story I would be remiss if I didn't shout out. It's my own sister.
Yeah.
My sister brought her books. She came when and it was still in April.
Yeah.
The 2020 show, I think it was 2019 show. And she did well, and that last day it snowed, so the crowd was so crazy. It snows in April, but we're in Chicago. And she said she walked around, looked at the other businesses, saw what they were doing, came back the next time. She said, okay, I'm going to add merchandise.
Right,
I'm going to do my display differently.
Okay.
And she did even better.
Right.
And that's what the Black Women's Expo does. It helps you to get better and get your footing on.
You got to be out and around others that are doing the same thing, and you know, and some people have it down. Pat, they know how to come and when to come, and and they do very well at the time.
There are some vendors I will tell you, Mary, I just look for. You know, folks have their list like I'm gonna get my shea butter from here. I gotta get my spices from the folks out of Mississippi. They come from all over, don't they?
Atlanta,
New York. It makes me so proud.
Yeah.
But I will have to say, as starry-eyed as I am, and I'm real cool because I'm a publicist, I'm not real starstruck. With that interview with El DeBarge, honey, let me tell you, I was like, I will love Mary Green
up
forever.
against the wall in the McCormick
Yes,
place.
because they were trying to rush him.
Yeah.
I mean, they were in walkers. They had oxygen tanks. They were trying to get to El DeBarge, but he looked the same.
He does,
and he sounded the same.
And he was very nice.
So thank you, Mary, because I had a picture of him in my locker at Charleston Middle School many moons ago. But as we get ready to wrap up, I just want to recap to invite everybody to Bagels and Bosses brunch on business panel discussion on Saturday, April 22nd. You still have time to go online, get your tickets. We're going to focus on the food and hospitality industry, but everybody is invited.
Yes.
If you're interested in applying for that $2,500 grant, hurry up and do that because the deadline is April 12th.
Yes.
And you got to do your 90-second video. And we don't want a little shabby video. We want you to get creative with it. We want you to really just go for it if you want that $2,500 and coaching. And hey, you'll get to meet Mary Green.
Yes.
And you get to meet Nina Burton, owner. Come on over here. Owner of Popcorn World. Yes. Nina is a veteran of the Black Women's Expo. Come on down here now. You got to bend down a little bit. She doesn't like to get. Oh, and there's Mister. Everybody's back off the highway. And I am just so excited. LeBaron Burton, owner of Popcorn World. So this is Mr. and Mrs. Popcorn. And we were just talking about how we're coming to Bagels and Bosses. We expect you to be there with popcorn. With popcorn for our guests. And just, you are an example of taking a chance and making it happen. And before we get out of here, can you just say a word about just being a boss lady and a woman who pops?
Humility comes to
Look,
mind.
he just walked out.
Being a boss lady doesn't always mean you're in charge. But it's definitely being able to provide opportunities and ways for other people to succeed. It means being a mentor and being a help and being assistance to whoever is in need. So, and I thank you because we did that the first year, I think it was 2021, right after COVID. And even though we didn't see as many crowds out, it was still a very successful
Yes, yes,
event, and it
yes.
helped launch us even more. So we appreciate
I'm
that.
glad.
Because that
Thank
popcorn
you,
is so freaking good. That's what it is. But here's the other thing while I have Nine on camera. Come here, LeBaron. Something amazing just happened to them, Mary. Last night, Localish finally dropped that piece. So they are nationwide. And I mean, when I say
I
that's
watch that at night.
Yes. So you will see them on it. And it is one of the most amazing pieces any of my clients has ever received. I mean, it's long, except for that part where they got me throwing back popcorn. I look so country on there doing it, but it's part of the whole piece.
Right.
So, LeBaron, what's your reaction to the Localish piece?
Oh, the reaction has been amazing. I think the Facebook page, ABC Facebook page is probably at about 170 shares right now.
Wow.
Twitter is probably at about 15,000 views.
He's a techie dude.
Wow. I can see that.
So I think that it's only up from here. And I'm just going to claim this right here on this live broadcast. Just watch for them on Good Morning America. That's the goal. You know, once it gets in that ABC pipeline, Val Warner, Windy City Weekend, hey buddies, hey Michael Strahan, all of y'all. Right, Michael. Wait a minute. He looking at you like, who you were? Hey Michael.
Can't help it.
Okay, but our last question is for Mary Green. Even though I know I have my own answers, why do you think you pop?
Well, I would probably never think of myself in that light, but I knew you were going to ask that question, so I had to think about it. And I really do think what makes me happy about what I do is when people are happy, when people are satisfied with what we do. So I feel like my clients, and I have two clients. I have those that are paying the bills and those that are coming to the expo.
Yes.
And when they're happy, when we do more than just deliver, you know, in many cases we try to over deliver. That's when I'm at my happiest.
And that's
And I
why
hope that's
she
when I
pops.
pop.
Yes, you definitely pop when that showroom floor is popping
yes.
and everybody's making
Yes.
money and we're all celebrating Black excellence. You have been watching Women Who Pop. We are at Popcorn World with owners LeBaron and Nina Burton, 2560 Garfield Street in where? Gary, Indiana. And if you're not here, so sorry, but you can still go to the website, doingtheworldofflavor.com. Make it your business to taste one of 250 plus flavors. And if you watch that segment on Localish, LeBaron let us know that he's working on a secret mix for collard greens popcorn. He is totally working on it, and if he can't tell us what's in it, because if you tell us, you gotta kill us. So we're not doing that. But we want to thank you so much for watching. This has been so fun. Mary, thank you.
Thank you.
Nina, LeBaron, thank you. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you.
And now it's time for us to go buy some popcorn. We'll see you later.
Bye. Bye-bye.